Welcome to the Alpha MUTT complete detailed product overview video. This video is for prospective customers of ours that are interested in buying an Alpha MUTT. The Alpha MUTT is a complete all-in-one trailer tester. It does lighting, air brakes, ABS diagnostics, and reporting. So all of the work you do on the trailer, the Alpha MUTT is compiling a report for you, and it gives it to you in a digital format that you can print or email to your customer. The Alpha MUTT is really the culmination of many, many years of trailer tester manufacturing. IPA, if you're not familiar with our company, has been manufacturing since 1991. We have over 200 first-time tools and equipment. We have a wide selection of trailer testers for every type of trailer connection in the world, but also every type of user. So if you're a service truck guy or you're out in the field or in a shop, we have the tester for your needs. But if you're watching this video, if you're interested in a tester that basically has everything you would need, you're looking at the Alpha MUTT. And the Alpha MUTT comes in two versions. It comes in your shop model, which, I'm just under 6 feet. And, so this is yay big, okay? And the service truck model. Now, the service truck model is a tabletop unit that you can plug an external power supply into, whereas the Alpha MUTT shop model has a battery compartment in it. So it really just depends on whether you're going to be mobile, you want to throw it in a cabinet in a service truck, or maybe you want to hang this from a wall. Again, it depends on your form factor, whatever you're looking for. But functionality-wise, both products are the same as far as performance. The Alpha MUTT will give you amperage resolution down to, I think, 2 milliamps was what we just tweaked it down to. And then it has built-in ABS diagnostic. If you buy the model that's equipped with ABS, the tablet itself is wireless. If you take the tablet out and carry it with you, you have full wireless control over the trailer's electrical, air brake, and ABS systems. And what that means is you can be at the back of the trailer, disconnect a light bulb, and you'll see the amperage draw change immediately. If you are working on ABS diagnostics, you can be underneath the trailer, up in between the two axles, pull wheel speed sensor, clean it, change it out, repair it, whatever you got to do, put it back without leaving, pull your tablet window up, press the button on the screen, reset the codes. You can even view wiring diagrams from there, or schematic layouts for the trailer, I should say, troubleshooting tips, everything you need to make that ABS repair, clear the code, and make sure everything's working right, all with one trip under the trailer. So the wireless tablet is more than just a cool feature. It actually really bolsters your efficiency as a technician. It's like turbocharging your output. One trip around the trailer, you have full diagnostic view with that tablet. It's really pretty cool to have that capability, but more so, we put a lot of engineering into the speed of communication with the tablet. It's really pretty robust. You'll find that as fast as you can press that button, the results are on your screen. It's in real time. So that's one of my favorite features. In general, the Alpha MUTT overall has a lot of little things that we built into it that you'll grow to love, or maybe you'll notice right away. But to take you through a couple of them, first of all, it comes with a 12-button remote control. And the remote control operates all of your lights, your air brakes, and has next circuit, previous circuit controls. The only thing the remote control is not going to do is give you any kind of ABS readout. You're going to need the tablet for that, or you can get your readout on the screen. Now, covering some of the physical features of the product, one of the things that we wanted to get across in this video, and one of the things that's important, is when you operate this tester, everything is built to be digital and is also redundant with analog controls. So anything you can do on the tablet, for the most part, you can do on this tester. The only thing you can't do on the tester itself without the tablet is a report. Okay, so the report's obviously going to come off the tablet. But if you prefer to get your ABS codes off the screen, you can do that here. If you prefer to get your ABS codes off the tablet, you can do that there. If you prefer to operate the lights from the control knob, you can do that here as well, or the tablet, or the remote control. So we don't want you to have to work within the confines of the tester. We want the tester to do exactly what you want to do when you want to do it. That's kind of the point, is to make you work more efficiently, not to have you try to work around the parameters of our tester. That's been really a cornerstone of the way we develop our products. These are extremely easy to use. They're built to be very intuitive with the mechanic in mind. I like to say that we tell the engineers to make the product work for the way we want it to work for a mechanic, okay? Not train the mechanic to think the way an engineer thought a trailer tester should operate. And if you understand what I'm saying, it's a big difference, okay? This is a very intuitive machine. And some people just think differently. Some people use a tablet and some people use the controls, okay? Physically, this is a very durable and robust tester. It has a steel face shield, and it is lifted by these dampeners. These are hydraulic actuated pistons. And what's nice about it is it doesn't rattle when it's up, and when you press the tablet screen, the whole thing doesn't shake. You know, when you press the tablet screen, it kind of sits back for you. And when you go to shut it, you just let it go and it kind of softly shuts. And why is that important? That's important because we want this tester to last you a very long time. It's not going to wear out. You're not going to get a rattle when you go down the road. Some people literally strap these into pickup trucks when they go do their testing. Even little things like this little rubber strap. The rubber strap has just enough tension. So as things, 10 years down the road, you get tolerances stretch a little bit. So you can make your adjustments with this rubber strap and you're not going to get a rattle, so to speak, okay? Your extra large storage shelf. The storage shelf is enough to put your binder. Yeah, we give you a full binder with this tester. It's well over 100 pages, gives you breakdowns, diagrams, everything you need to fix it in the field if you had to, or get your wire diagrams or all that, okay? ABS codes, everything. You can put your DVOM in there, anything you need. So the battery compartment fits 2 Group 31 batteries, which is really fantastic because you can operate lights on a trailer probably a week long before you would ever have to recharge your batteries. But more so, if you're doing military applications and you need 24 volts, you can actually wire 2 batteries in series to get 24 volts. This tester has the ability to auto-correct for 12 or 24 volts, so you don't have to change anything internally, you just have to wire the batteries up accordingly. The casters are swivel locking casters, so the lock prevents it from turning or rotating. So if you park this on uneven ground, you put your foot on the pedal and press it down and it locks it in place. The pneumatic tires are air-filled pneumatic, obviously, and they're 13 inches in diameter. So they're really fantastic for going over rough terrain, if you have to go up steps or over, speed bump for that matter, gravel. But with the swivel casters in the front, it really makes the tester great for working around the shop because you can just turn it on a dime. It has a Bluetooth wireless connector on the side of it. Now, this is an antenna that allows you to connect directly to the tablet through your Bluetooth. And what's nice about this is if you ever have a problem with the antenna, you can get a field replacement. It's not buried into the equipment. And also, if you ever need to get extended range, you can use your extension. These go up to 50 feet. You can get actually a 50-foot extension cable. So some guys use the service truck model and they park it, they park the unit inside of a truck, but you might have all kinds of obstructions and you want to get that extra range for your tablet. So you can get a 50-foot cable if you needed to. Just generally speaking, your tablet will give you a range of about 100 feet. Unobstructed, you can go much further than that, but that's typically with an obstruction. There are certain circumstances where there's certain interferences which can degrade that range for the Bluetooth, in which case that's why we give you your extra antenna. But in most cases, you're going to find you'll never have to install your extension cable in the antenna. Looking at the back of the Alpha MUTT, we have a few different inputs and outputs here. You have your input for your battery charger. This is a 110 cable input. The battery charger is built into the tester. We provide you with the cable. Just simply plug it in when not in use and your battery will maintain charge. It's actually a really nice quality charger built into this. It's a 10 amp smart charger. Down here we have a skid plate for your foot. So when you push the unit to tilt it back for transport, you don't damage the paint. You have a hanging hook for all of your cables and accessories that your hoses, that type of thing. We actually gave you a pass-through from the storage shelf. So if you need to put something in the storage shelf and run a cable or some sort of attachment through there, you have that ability. We give you a 12-volt power input. This is if you want to charge an accessory or if you just need it to, you can actually wire in a trickle charger through there too. Some people prefer to do that. This is how you update your ABS. So if your ABS gets an update from us, we can send you out a stick and you plug it in, flash drive, and then you can update it in the field. This is how you can plug into external power inputs If you prefer to wire this to a power supply of some sort, or you're working out of a service truck, we give you the cable for that as well. And these two ports here are the air exhaust for your air brakes. So when you release the air brakes, the air pisses out the back here. You have your serial code, your serial number. So when you get this, register your warranty. And then of course your grab handle here with your glad hand holders. This tit on the side slips right inside your glad hand, so you can hang your glad hands from the side of the handle. On the side here, you have your out to cable connection, your Bluetooth wireless connectivity port, as we mentioned, oversized handles on the side, which can be used for lifting, although we do suggest co-lifting. This can get pretty heavy, and also strapping down. You can put strap points on these as well. On the other side of the unit, you have your shop air input, and you also have your cable test input. So you can actually take your trailer tester cable and plug it in from one side to the other. And this is an important point, because anytime you do a test, and we mentioned this in the manual, but I want to bring it up here, before you do any test, plug your cable into both sides of the tester and run a little cable test. You can do that simply by selecting each circuit. And if your cable has a bad wire or a bad pin connection, you'll save yourself a lot of headaches chasing down a problem with the trailer when the problem was in the cable by itself. You also might just have a barrel full of cables in your shop and you want to know which ones are good or bad. Maybe some are suspect. Use the tester to test your cables. So one of the main questions we get is, what's the different tablet options? And there's two tablet options that come with these machines. You have the standard model. So any model that's 5700 without a dash after it is traditionally going to be your standard 10-inch tablet. The higher end tablet is the RT variant. So if you see a 5705, as shown here, -RT, the RT stands for rugged tablet. Now what's nice about the rugged tablet is, in addition to having hard buttons installed on it and a stylus, so the stylus comes out and you can use the stylus if you're wearing winter gloves or if your fingers are greasy or whatever, you don't have to worry about touching the screen. It's also just very durable. It's mil-spec. You can leave this tablet out in the rain. You can drop it. Try not to do that, but you could, because the tablet's built that way. But one of my favorite features about this tablet is the cradle. The cradle itself has, pogo mount, they call it, but it basically has contact points, so you can leave your cable permanently affixed to the bottom of the cradle, and when you want to go charge it, you just put it back into the enclosure. The standard tablet uses a similar mount, except you have to run a cable from the head to the tablet. So if you're keeping it docked, when you go to use it, you got to pull the cable out. So some guys will do that. It's not a big deal. It just adds another couple seconds to your operation, or you may choose to keep these charged in your shop as well. But the mounting and the charging input is very important, because as you know, over time, if you unplug your phone a million times, eventually the connector wears out, right? So that's what I like about the rugged tablet, is it just has that contact point. It's much more durable long term. But you're paying for the difference. These cost more, so it raises the retail price point of the product. When navigating the tablet, generally speaking, you're going to find that this is very intuitive. These are not meant to have training involved. If you had to have training on your phone, you might need training on the tablet. But if you just take 5 minutes and play with it, you're going to find that you pretty much get 99% of the uses out of it. When you're at the home screen, you're going to find there's an Alpha MUTT app, and there's also an ABS app. The way this works is the ABS is a separate program than your standard trailer tester program. And that's for a couple different reasons, but they're both IPA custom applications. So you'll find that the way they work is very similar. So your main Alpha MUTT app, you're going to open it up and you have two main options. You can run a DOT inspection, and that's the inspection where you can go through and have 300, 400 point checklist, take pictures, make notes, print it out, very similar to what you probably use for your PM inspections. Most guys use this for PM inspections. And that report is even customizable. So you can go in there and change it. We have guys that do lift gates, you name it. Any type of customization, you can make it in the system and really design it to work within your needs. If you're doing an electrical inspection, you can do a main electrical inspection where you enter the unit number for the trailer, your VIN number, and if you want to use a work order number, you can do that too. We have a pin drop down, so you can change your pin configuration. So any type of trailer connection in the world, pretty much, you're going to find it on this drop down menu. But if you just want to skip ahead and go right to an inspection, we have a quick navigation guide on the left. So you see something here that looks like a heartbeat symbol, for example. It brings you to your basic trailer tester controls, and this is allowing you to operate the trailer tester like a remote control. If you want to look like the remote, you can simply just bring up the remote view, and it looks similar to the remote that you saw in the other part of the video. You can swipe to the right, and this is what we call the diagnostic view. This is my favorite screen because it basically shows you everything. There's nothing happening in the background you're not seeing here. You get real-time current draw on each circuit. You get pass-fail results for open, cross, or shorts. It gives you your ground condition. It gives you your voltage, your actual line voltage when you operate that circuit, which is different from your battery voltage. So you can even look at the voltage drop. And it calculates your current, like I said, down to a couple milliamps of accuracy, and it accumulates your total wattage for you. And the beauty is when you run your report and you're all done, it puts it all in the report. When you look in a report, what you're actually doing is recording all of the inline results from your inspection. So you're recording it down to a watt of accuracy. And what that means is when that trailer leaves your control and you save the results, later on, if somebody disputes your findings, or you just want to look up that trailer again, you have the actual draw from that trailer. And it's indisputable. This thing is so accurate that you can measure that and compare it to past results and find out if somebody missed something, or if the trailer was damaged after you left your facility. It gives you a lot of insight and accountability with your technicians that you just simply don't have if you don't have this level of diagnostic equipment. So the tablet operation, again, is very simple, but it's very advanced. It gives you a lot of control, a lot of capability over that trailer. The reports are stored inside the tablet, and this is a very common question we get. Where do my reports go? How can I access them? And how can I send them? Right? So it's 3 different questions in there. Number 1, this is a local-based system. So most of our customers are very concerned about security. So the way we handle this is we say all of your reports are stored on your tablet. It is very easy to put a program on here or to network your tablet to save your reports into your internal company network or have it sync to as many devices as you want. We do have cloud options for our customers that prefer to have that method, but for most people, they just prefer to go the other way. Number 1, it's free. You can do this at no extra cost to you. You can manage to send your reports wherever you want, have total access to them, and you don't have to worry about security. Okay. And number 2, you can interlace it with your internal company network and put it right on the desktop wherever you prefer to have your reports. And number 3, you can email these as soon as the report's done. Just turn the Wi-Fi on your tablet. We do have tablet options that have LTE cell configuration. So if you're out in the field and you don't have access to Wi-Fi, but regardless, you can take your report, email it right to your customer. It emails it in a CSV file format, but you can also save these as a PDF. That's just a selection in the settings menu. Just general usability, you'll find that the navigation is easy. There's a lot of settings in the settings screen. You can change language. You can put your company logo up in the reports. You can change a lot of the parameters. You can change the required information, default settings, your default pin configuration. You can even adjust the min-max tolerances of the allowable circuit limits for customers that want to do that. And then, of course, you have file saving, that's standard, and then your inspection creator, which is really your report editor. You go in there and save all of your reports, just depending upon what your applications are. You have every capability that you could need to perform a trailer inspection in today's industry. So check out the Alpha MUTT from IPA, IPAtools.com.